Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 1st of September, 1st of October 2020. Welcome to video number 279. Today I want to kind of spontaneously talk about happiness versus happiness in your relationship. I want to kind of compare it to some degree. I don't really have anything like deep today. I want to give you something short, but something that I hope you'll raise your hope for your relationship. That's what I want to talk to you about today. So listen, let's just go through and try to figure it out. What doesn't mean that something makes us happy? Something that we enjoy. What are the things that kind of really make us happy in the long run? Because we might have many definitions, and it might lead you to you might end up in completely different places if you don't have this definition like really really drilled down to the core, so you'd really know what you're looking for. So first of all, if you want to be happy, and again obviously these are my definitions, but first of all, at least for me, something that makes me happy is something that I am not going to regret in the long run. Because you see, I'm trying to. When I thought about this subject, I thought to myself, listen, is that going to make you happy if in the long run you're going to regret it? Because from my point of view, it makes complete no sense. And that's why I'm not going to treat it as something that's going to make me happy. That's why I'm not going to close my eyes and say, I don't want to know what's going to happen. No, I don't want to be, too concentrated or try to count it all, figure it out before it's happened, because it kills the fun. But if I know that something's gonna make me miserable at the end, then I don't want to do it. And I know that so many of you, and I've got so many friends doing the same thing. They don't care. That's why they drink a lot of alcohol, and then results are terrible. That's why they, maybe they do drugs, maybe they do different things. In the long run, they're not going to be happy. So why are you doing this? Just really think about it. Because listen, there are things that you won't like how you're going to feel the next day, let's say, but even though you're going to say that they're worth it. Like I did this 26-kilometer obstacle run in mountains in November. Next day, after doing that, and figuring out though that I forgot that we're gonna do it in the mountains, that was 6 hours of grind. Next day, I was completely devastated, meaning that my leg hurt to the degree that it was hard to explain, but I did it, and it was worth it. And I, right there in the moment, that morning when everything hurt, I said, if I would just get better, I would definitely do it again. So first of all, things that you're not going to regret in the long run, even if they're going to hurt the next morning. Second thing is something that not only that I want things that I won't regret, but I want things that I really want to do more than once. Because there are things, and that will be like an exception to this rule, that you want to do just to test them. And if you're doing this, I would say go wild. Because if you don't really know what are the things that you really like in your life, it's good to test as much as you can, just to be able to say, okay, I did it once, that's enough. Because you see, from like a very simple common sense standpoint, if there's something that you say, I'm glad that I did it, but I don't want to do it again, when you ask yourself why, first of all, you'll be able to give yourself few arguments why, but then I don't want to do it again because there are things I would like to do instead. And that explains it all. That's why if I'm looking for things, or I'm really trying to find something that I really want to do in that time, especially if there's like a very special time, like I don't know, my anniversary, or we're going for holidays, I don't want to spend it anywhere. I want to spend it somewhere. That's why I want this thing to matter. So that's why I want this thing that I really, really not gonna regret, and I would definitely want to do it again. And then, a third kind of argument is kind of the thing that you like to the degree that you would openly say to your friends, you gotta do this. Because why would you want to do again and again things that you're afraid to tell your friends about? That you're afraid to kind of share that is the thing that you really enjoy. And I know we don't want, and it's a good idea not to talk about everything that you experience in life. Some things are just for you, especially if there's something about your relationship or intimacy. You don't want to share those kind of things. But one thing that you want to is to experience things that you'll be able to completely say out loud, listen, this is so awesome, just try it. Because those things, you would know that they're not going to lead you to some crazy or creepy place. Because there are things that people do, they love them, and they hide with them, and then they end up in some strange place that it's hard to get back from. That's why, first of all, things that you're not gonna regret, things that you like and want to do again, and 3, things that you openly be able to tell other friends and people to do. That's, for me, a definition of things that really make me happy in my life. But then how is that in comparison to a relationship? And I'm gonna, this is like my goal that I want to bring with this video to you, is because I see in many people, especially with us guys, but it's not just for us, but I can hear from us guys as well. And as I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna talk it from our perspective. Many times I can hear that in relationship, there's a huge split in between happiness and so-called happiness in a relationship. And I want you to kind of see that if you really learn how to be happy in your life, you'll be able to completely translate it into your relationship. Because many times we treat a relationship like this, this compromise that you've got to do just for the for her. No, we don't. Because if you go spend time with her, going to theater or I don't know, opera, and you hate it with all your being, why are you there? If she wants to go there and you really hate it, tell her, babe, take your girls, go have a blast. I'm gonna get a few of my guys here. We're gonna play games, or we're gonna watch the game, eat pizza, and have a blast. I don't want to kind of connect spending time with it with something that I hate. That's that simple. But then when you go flip it upside down and you say, listen, what are the things that both of us will not regret? What are the things that both of us we do like and we want to do it again and again? And 3, what are the things that we not only like to do, but many times maybe we want to do them even with our friends? And then it changes the perspective. Because then you understand that now what you use to build your shared experiences is something that both of you like. So it's just a matter of, talking about it. And interesting enough, if you start doing this, you will start to see that your happiness is going to rise just because you'll be able to sit down together and say, remember when we went there? That was so cool. Remember when we visited that place? That was so awesome. Do you want to go there again? Or, whatever. It's basically the experiences that you're completely excited about, and you love going back with those memories because there's something that you shared, something that both of you loved. And that's the first stage of you building happiness in your relationship. Because second, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it's amazing, when you get to the point that you love each other so much in your relationship, your marriage, whatever you're sharing together, that you'll be able to get to the point that you love yourself, you love each other so much that you don't have to go to the best restaurant. This place or whatever you're gonna do, it's you don't need it to be the best of the bests. It might be something completely mediocre, but it's gonna be amazing experience just because you were there. If you ask yourself, would you go there by yourself? It's like, nah. It's like, I don't care. I don't like this place that much. So, but would you like to go there? You would go there with her? It needs to be any day of the week. Why? Because it's not about the place. It's not about the food. It's not about the experience that you'll have there. It's about the experience that you're gonna share. That's why we can go with my wife, test some new restaurant, and say that was completely disastrous. We'll never go there again. But we had a great time. Why? Because now we can laugh and we can completely bash this whole thing. We completely can verbally destroy this place. And we're gonna laugh. Because that was our experience. And no matter how it was awesome just because we spent it together. But that shows you how much you're in love with the person that you're sharing those experiences with. So that's why define your happiness. Learn how to be honest, to bring the same definition and the same experience and put it into the context of your relationship. Build these positive memories together. And trust me, you're gonna get to the point that it won't matter really what you'll experience just because you were there together. This is one thing basically, this is the one thing that I want you to take from this video. Don't ever let yourself be lied to that your relationship is gonna be grind. That it's gonna be tough, that it's gonna be, it's just, you've got to compromise. You've got to pay the price or whatever people say. Really? That's your experience with everything? Whatever you start, whatever you try, the new thing, and you become better and better, it stays the same? Or it gets worse? Really? Yet we talk about that in context of relationship. Don't let yourself lie to yourself. The better you get in it, the better you're gonna get in sharing experiences and really taking care that your experience would be awesome for both of you. You will learn that you enjoyed this thing much more and more and more and more. And the farther you're gonna go in years of your shared relationship, shared marriage, you'll see that the experiences are awesome. Not fun, not so-so, not meh. The relationship and the experiences that you'll have in your relationship, the farther you go, they're going to be something that you're not going to regret, something that you want to do over and over again, and something that you really share and say, people, you've got to do this. This is why I'm telling you, enjoy and build a relationship as it's supposed to be built, and you'll enjoy it more than experiencing things by yourself. Think about it and do something about it, because it's like with everything in life. Whatever whatever is the thing that you become better at, you enjoy it more. The same thing with a relationship. That's it. If you like this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, comment as well. Tell me what you think and what is your experience. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just give me a shout and I'll be glad to do it for you. And that being said, see you tomorrow.